All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating spiritual text that talks about Kundalini yoga. But this isn't just about a practice. It's presented as a science for unlocking our ultimate human potential.
So the source material we're looking at today kicks things off with this huge question. What are we really capable of as human beings? It's a question that has driven spiritual seekers for, well, centuries.
And the answer it gives is pretty radical. It describes a path that isn't about what you believe, but about what you can directly experience. It's a journey inward, all powered by this hidden force. It lays out a science of self-realization, and it all starts with a concept known as the serpent power.
All right, so what exactly is this serpent power? Well, the text introduces the whole concept of Kundalini with this really powerful metaphor, and it's basically the core of the entire practice.
And look, this isn't just a metaphor. The source describes Kundalini as a real, static potential power. It's the coiled, sleeping source of all the active energy, or prana, that gets us through our daily lives. Think of it like the ultimate backup generator, this incredible reserve of potential energy just waiting.
Okay, so if you can awaken this massive power, what's the point? What's the goal? Well, the text is super specific about this, and maybe more importantly, about what it isn't. And this is a really critical distinction to make.
And you can see that distinction right here. The whole goal, the true north of this path, is liberation, what they call mukti. It's all about chasing a state of superconsciousness, known as near the kalpa samadhi, where the ordinary world of good and bad, up and down, just dissolves.
And the source is really clear on this. It basically screams a warning. Chasing after supernatural powers, or siddhis, is a huge distraction. It's an ego trap. It pulls you right back into the very thing you're trying to leave behind and takes you further away from the real goal of spiritual knowledge.
So, if that's the goal, how do you even start a journey like this? Well, the text makes one thing crystal clear. This is not some casual weekend workshop. It's described as a rigorous, demanding science that requires your total commitment.
I mean, look at this. The source lays out a life of just incredible discipline. Everything from your food, which they describe as sattvic, meaning foods that bring about clarity and calm, to your surroundings has to be controlled. The whole idea here is that your body and your nervous system have to be made perfectly pure and strong enough to handle this immense energy surge of an awakening. It's not a hobby. It's a complete re-engineering of your entire life. And the warnings just keep coming, and they are severe. The text says that anything that pumps up the ego or ties you to the world has to be overcome. These aren't just little bumps in the road. They're described as literal thorns and sharp rocks on the path that will stop you cold.
Okay, so if the path is that demanding, what are the actual tools you use? What's in the toolkit? The text describes this whole set of sophisticated yogic techniques, and they're all designed to purify the body, control the mind, and basically prepare your whole system for this massive energetic event.
You see, it's this whole holistic system where your body, your breath, and your energy are all worked on together to get ready for the awakening. Each one of these tools has a super specific job to clean out these subtle energy channels, the nadis. You can think of them like the body's spiritual wiring. This is all to make sure the Kundalini can rise safely and powerfully when it's time.
And this quote just sums up the whole philosophy perfectly. A strong, perfect body isn't the end goal in itself. Not at all. It's the necessary vehicle for the mind's journey. Your body has to be as strong as steel to handle the raw power of this energy. And just to give you a sense of the level of detail we're talking about, check this out. The vital life force prana isn't just one thing. It's broken down into 5 different currents, each with its own job and its own home in the body. And according to the text, you've got to master these to have any hope of directing that energy flow.
Now there's one more piece to this puzzle that the text says is absolutely 100% essential, a total non-negotiable. Without this one thing, the journey's basically considered impossible.
The text puts it like this. It asks how much more difficult it should be in the path of spirituality when one walks alone with closed eyes. The argument is that you absolutely need a spiritual guide, a guru, to help you navigate this treacherous inner world. Because trying to do it alone is like trying to find your way through a jungle blindfolded.
And this is the crucial part. The guru isn't just a teacher in the normal sense. They're described as a direct transmitter of the spiritual energy you need to actually awaken the Kundalini. This whole process is called Shakti Sanchara.
and it's described as being as real and tangible as someone handing you an orange.
And the source even breaks down how this happens. It says a master can awaken this power in a student in 3 distinct ways: through a simple touch, a focused look, or just by pure will alone. It really highlights this profound, energetic link between the guru and the student.
So, when you step back and look at the whole thing, this text is offering more than just a set of exercises. It's a really radical reframing of what it means to be human. It suggests that divinity isn't something out there to pray to, but a power that's waiting to be awakened right inside of us. And that leaves us with a pretty big question, right? What does it truly mean to be human if this kind of potential is lying dormant inside every single one of us? Thanks for joining this Explain.